Is Cardano dead? What's happened this week with the continued weakness in the price and a big price fall for ADA? Is it all downhill from here, or is this just a storm in a teacup? Well, in this video, I'll go through my thoughts on the recent Cardano FUD, the eToro delisting, if that's important or not, and then we'll see what's happening with the launch of DAPPs, because in reality, a lot of traders are obviously tired of waiting, and the hype just isn't there for ADA right now to drive the price higher. Is that a good or bad thing? Well, that depends on who you are and your investment time horizon. Fundamental analysis will always win for me anyway. Guys, this is the last week for the 20% discount on my crypto investor course and community, 100 crypto and investing videos, private Discord groups, and future content added for free. Just enter code HODL on moneyzg.academy, or I'll leave that link in the description. Let's come first then to the eToro delisting, where Cardano and also Tron were taken off as trading pairs from eToro. For Cardano, this was only for US customers, and so European customers can still trade Cardano on eToro in that region. Is this a big deal? Well, no, from a trading point of view, eToro isn't a real crypto exchange, and they aren't big when it comes to crypto trading volumes. It's also extremely difficult to actually transfer your crypto out of that exchange. It takes a ridiculous amount of time. I think you have to go through customer service. So many crypto users will just not use eToro. In any case, the news isn't specifically that big of a deal in my opinion. Also, considering that Bitstamp also actually listed Cardano in the same week, which is a real crypto exchange that gives you access to your crypto and does a significant amount more trading volume than eToro for crypto, that was totally discounted. The FUD made the news and the good news didn't. That misses the point though. The real FUD and sell-off is because the news sparks fear of more crypto exchanges suddenly also delisting Cardano due to what they call regulatory concerns, which is the reason eToro actually gave for the delisting. This is slightly more worrying, of course, but we need to break this down. Firstly, if Cardano goes against some incoming regulation, then so do 95% of other crypto projects, in my opinion, and we've got more to worry about than an eToro delisting. But proof of stake crypto is what almost all major cryptos are now, including what Ethereum wants to move over to. Cardano also is in fact one of the most decentralized versions of proof of stake. Look at the Binance Smart Chain with 21 validators, or Solana right now with about 1,200 validators. Cardano has over 3,000 stake pools. I do get it though, this is about optics. It's not a good look for any exchange to delist any crypto over what they call regulatory concerns. There isn't much more info that eToro gave though for anyone to make an informed decision about why they actually made that decision. The regulatory concerns I have going into 2022 is not specifically for ADA, but for everything that isn't Bitcoin. The Federal Reserve just issued guidance on its crypto regulatory roadmap for 2022, and regulation is coming extremely hard next year. So I fully expect some absolutely insane volatility in the space in general. After this bull run, we come into 22 and then regulation is going to hit like a hammer. I fully expect to see some projects really hurt and some projects somehow come out of this on the other side, albeit battered and bruised. I don't see how Cardano fares any worse than any other smart contracts chains in terms of its technology and decentralization. But if you've got thoughts on that, whack it in the comments or at me on Twitter, money_ZG. The next reason why the price is getting dumped on is the impatience of Cardano to actually launch something, and I also understand this. There was much hype around the launch of smart contracts. I believe Charles Hoskinson must take a little bit of that responsibility, because I think many people were under the impression that smart contracts would be like a big bang where we had a bunch of utility. The fact is we actually didn't get a bunch of utility, and we also did at the same time. In terms of NFTs and NFT marketplaces and other coins, that is actually there, and a lot of volume is going through on that. But the Cardano team definitely played into the hype of smart contracts without being extremely clear that DAPPs would actually not be launching at the same time. So things like DEXs and lending protocols would be further down the line. And I think everyone got way too hyped up at the launch of smart contracts, thinking that when they launched, so would a bunch of applications. Not many people were aware, for example, that they would still need to develop something called the Plutus application backend, the wallet backend. Some of that is probably on the team, but I would say the vast majority is just too many traders getting into the hype around smart contracts, buying at all-time highs at $3, which, as you know on the channel, I say time and time again to think twice about, certainly for altcoins that are peak hype around a product launch. Let's take a look at the facts though. Transactions on Cardano are absolutely exploding. They've never been higher and they are consistently high. As Cardano really is loading the network right now, we can see more and more transactions going through. This is good news, but unfortunately for ADA, other chains are doing this too, like Avalanche, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain. Yes, those cryptos don't have the same technology and aren't set up in the same way and are probably all more centralized than Cardano, but it doesn't seem like too many investors are honestly caring about that at the moment. It's just about hype and different cycles and different projects launching different things at different times. Also, we don't know how much of this volume on ADA is just pure Hosky token trading, but I won't talk about that one. In terms of timelines then, Charles from many AMA videos has said that DAPPs themselves will be integrating with various parts of what they call the PAB or the Plutus application backend in the coming 6 to 8 weeks and actually launching on the mainnet, which means a public launch.
From a development viewpoint, things are looking good. PAB is looking good too. So PAB got integrated, went to testnet. It's being tested now with a lot of launch partners, and they're kind of working with it. There's, of course, a life cycle on that, and infrastructure is being turned on for it. So it was really a November, December thing, and either December, January, it looks like, for mainnet. But it's kind of an iterative process. So, it is what it is. But the thing is that now that it's out, it can be used on both testnet and mainnet, and it's really the DApp developers' level of comfort with that tooling.
We also get an update just last night from Cardano, which is their latest Cardano 360 video, talking about all the progress on the PAB and the work they're doing with certain applications to launch DApps.
We've got a great NFT marketplace from SpaceBuds and from CNFT too. Around the other partners, well, we've got a lot more work going on there, tremendous amount of work. And some of the ones that are close, we've got D-Quadrant's NFT marketplace. They're doing an artist NFT marketplace, which is really exciting. And also Sundae Swap, who we're working with on their decks. They're all creating their own versions of this delivery, using our different components and building out whatever it is that they need.
There isn't much here to hang your hat on in terms of updates from last week. They're still building out and testing dApps like the MLabs NFT marketplace, and they mentioned Sundae Swap yet again, so you'd have to think that one is pretty close. And once more, investors are impatient and waiting for the actual launch to happen. Coming to Liqwid Finance though, more updates from them. They've actually got the PAB up and running and signed an actual transaction with it using Nami Wallet, and they say we're getting there. So launching this dApp seems quite close for now. Liqwid will be the Aave of Cardano, which should mean lending of assets like ADA or stablecoins will be coming soon on Cardano. And because of relatively low cost transactions, we could see a decent amount of value that gets bridged over from other chains onto Cardano when this app launches, which is a positive for the base coin usually, which is ADA in this case. Moving on to two projects though that are working really hard right now to launch projects on Cardano, Coti and Sundae Swap. Coti actually just announced a partnership with Sundae Swap to get the JED stablecoin on the DEX at launch so traders can use it to trade against other coins. JED is a decentralized stablecoin, so quite interesting to see how this one integrates across Cardano on DEXs and lending protocols as well. Sundae Swap is a ray of hope for Cardano to attract some users and trading volumes to the system. What we're seeing now in crypto is so much investment around blockchain games and NFTs and the metaverse. That is all coming on Cardano, but it has come already on other chains, and that's just way more exciting right now than a DEX, which is the main problem for Cardano's price, is that traders are simply putting their short-term money elsewhere. And if Cardano wants that money back to push up the price of ADA, they actually have to launch some dApps, which is what we've seen will be coming in December or probably January time. Something else quite unique about Cardano though is how they'll be certifying applications on the blockchain. We've all heard of rug pull after rug pull, and certainly on smaller and unknown protocols for DEXs, this type of thing is more common. Either just a plain outright fraud or possibly an error in the code of one application or a backdoor that hackers can easily exploit and all the crypto is gone. Cardano are implementing a certification system where each application can get their code checked and certified. So even if you're new to crypto, which everyone is at one point, you'll be able to trust the application you're using, even if it's new to you and you're not quite sure about it. This could literally save you money by not using a protocol that you're not sure of and getting your crypto hacked away. At least certification can show us that the risk is severely reduced.
Progress on the certification program is also looking good. We have 3 certification levels, 1, 2, and 3. We've been working very closely with runtime verification. They're actually working right now on case semantics for Plutus, and we're trying to build a bunch of certification levels and tooling. They call it the Alpha Frontier program. I just posted an article today from Decrypt. They said $10.5 billion, not million, billion dollars has been stolen or lost to fraud or design flaws as a consequence of poorly written DeFi.
The issue for the price of ADA right now then is there are just too many other projects that are exciting traders right now, including the whole metaverse and other scaling solutions like Loopring and Polygon and others who are at the stage where products are coming out that people can use and interact with. It's not ADA's turn right now, but it will be in January or February in my opinion when Sundae Swap launches and many other lending protocols launch, and they'd need to offer incentive programs as well for new users to bridge over some assets, just like we saw with Polygon and Avalanche with their huge incentive programs, which do work to attract TVL. Cardano applications would also need to do this. If you're a trader right now, over the last few weeks, there have of course been much better opportunities to get into some short-term projects that have products launching right now, and ADA can talk about progress all they want, but only when products actually launch and attract TVL to Cardano will the price move again, in my opinion. I'm happy to wait out these peaks and troughs in demand. Personally, I don't make a decision about the long-term investment outlook of a technology based on a few months of sideways or falling prices, but fully aware that others don't like this and are looking for better short-term trades. We're all different traders, and that's fine. If you do want to see how I invest in crypto over the long term, it is the last few days of the 20% crypto investor course discount. Over 100 videos, more to be added in the future for free for existing course members, and private Discord groups as well. Just enter code HODL over on moneyzg.academy. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm James with MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.